In the year 2000, Australia introduced a completely new tax system based around the Goods and Services Tax, the GST. Along with the GST, the new tax system introduced a range of other taxes, one of which was called the luxury car tax, which had to be paid on the importation of a luxury car or limousine. A couple of years later, the Bogans limo, the wheeled testament to bad taste, the stretch Hummer, first came to Australia. The stretch Hummer served the same function as a limousine in that it provided a space where brides and kids on the way to the formal could get drunk, but it didn't look anything like a traditional limousine. That was kind of the point. If the stretch Hummer counted as a limousine, then luxury car tax of $22,000 per vehicle would have been payable. That's a lot of money right now, but it was even more money a quarter of a century ago. The tax office imposed the tax, and Dreamtech appealed. The word limousine was used in the legislation but was not specifically defined. The court therefore had to work out the meaning of the word without any assistance from the Act. The court described a four-step process for how this should occur. 1. It is necessary to decide as a matter of law whether the Act uses the word limousine in any other sense than that which it has in ordinary speech. 2. If the word limousine is to be given its ordinary meaning, the common understanding of the word has to be determined, and that is a question of fact. 3. Having ascertained the ordinary meaning of the word limousine, it is necessary to ask whether the material before the tribunal reasonably admits of different conclusions as to whether the Hummer fell within the ordinary meaning of that word, and that is a question of law. 4. If different conclusions are reasonably possible, it is necessary to decide which is the correct conclusion, and that is a question of fact. Following those rules, the tribunal below defined a limousine as usually considerably larger than a standard road vehicle, conveying a sense of luxurious motor transport driven by a chauffeur. By this standard, the stretch Hummer was a limousine, and the tax was payable. From this case, we learn about the process to define words according to their normal usage during statutory interpretation.